All right, it is time for lesson 3, and this is the fun one with all the functions in it. To get started though, we have some pretty easy stuff, which is going to be naming ranges, and other things. You guys have done this before, so this first one should be pretty quick, okay? So we're gonna start with our expenses document. Expenses. And of course, we're gonna name this solution. All right, we're going to select B4 through D15. B4 through D15. Okay, it says these are the cells to be named. So we're going to come over here to the name box, and we're going to name this Q1 expenses. It has to be all one word. You can use underscores, but it does have to be all one word. And press enter, and now we have a named range. Okay, so I'm now on slide 6. Another way to name the range is using the new name dialog box. So we're going to select B17 through M17, and we're going to go to the formulas tab. And in the defined names category here, we're going to click define name. And in here, we can give things names. Okay, it does include suggested names that we can use. It says to open the scope drop-down list. Your options are workbook, expenses, summary. The last two entries correspond to the individual sheets in the workbook. Close the drop-down list, leaving workbook selected. In the comments area, type total monthly expenses, and click OK with monthly underscore totals as the name for this particular range. A third way to name a range is using the create names from selection dialog box. So N3 through N15. N3 through N15. This selection includes the column heading label. On the formulas tab in the define name groups, click create from selection. I'm now on slide 9. It says Excel determines that you want to use a column heading label for the range. The top row, that's what we want to use for the name. And press OK. And now its name is total, that particular range. So if I come over here, I can do a search and it'll go back and select those particular ones. So the word total is not in this range. That's just where the name came from. So now number 14, you can assign names to individual cells as well as cell ranges. So we're going to go to N17. And we're just going to type in grand total and press enter. And when you open this up, you can see all 4 ways that we put this in. Okay, it says save, and we are ready to move on to the next exercise. Okay, same file, and we're just going to keep going with this. This one is 20 slides long, but it's super quick. So slide 10 just kind of talks a little bit how you can name things, allow you to navigate really quickly through the book, like workbook. It can speed up the process and help you identify information easier. So there are some rules. Like I said, things need to, I'm on slide 11. Things need to be all one word or underscored. Range names may not consist solely of letters or numbers. It has to have like a combination in there. Range names cannot be the same as a cell reference. Like you can't say, like rename something else as B17 because there already is a B17. And that's just confusing. So now we're going to assign names to tables. Slides 12 and 13 are just kind of talking about this a little bit, and like, are you naming the header? Are you naming the data? Are you naming the totals? Are you naming the whole thing? Like, what does that look like? So we're actually going to get started on slide 15. So in our expenses workbook, we're going to select A3 through N17. A3 through N17, this entire bit of information. We are going to format this as a table right here on the home tab, and we're going to select blue-gray table style medium 12. So medium, and this is supposed to be a blue-gray, so I'm going to come all the way over to the right, and we are looking for medium 12. I'm not seeing a 12. If you have a 12, great. Oh, never mind. There's one. These like really light ones. Okay. And yes, we do have headers. So press OK, and we now have a table which you guys are familiar with working on. Now I'm on slide 16. It says on the table tool design tabs in the properties group, click the table name box, just this right here. And we're simply going to type in housing. And we've now named this entire table. Now you can use the name in structured references. We're going to save. We're going to move on. 18, managing named ranges and objects. So in the name manager dialog box, you can add, delete, edit, and assign names. You can sort and filter names as well. So now on slide 19 out of 21, we are going to click on the formulas tab, and we're going to go to the name manager. Okay, so we should have multiple things in here. We have a table, and we have some cell ranges. They have little icons next to us telling them which ones they are and what they are referring to. So it says refer to, we want to be able to see that whole thing. So just double click, like put your mouse in between refers to and scope and double click, or else you can also grab it and stretch it out. We want to be able to see the whole thing. I'm now on slide 20. Click the new button to assign a new one, and we're going to put in quarter two. Ooh, what is, hold on, what's going on? There we go. Quarter two expenses. We're going to click this little guy to like go back out here so we can actually select it, and we're going to select E4 through G15. E4 through G15. And you can click this again or press enter and press OK. And then we're going to do the same thing again, and we're going to do quarter 3 and drop this down. And that is going to be H4, July through September, and through cable TV. Oh, can't just be Q3. We need the word expenses. My bad. And one more. We're going to do Q4 expenses. And this is this is October through December. And through October through December. There we go. Okay, so now I have all of those in there too. Okay. Now I'm on step 7 on slide 20. It says in the name manager, click the name housing, which is our table here. And then click edit. Change the name to housing expenses. And click OK. Make sure that's all one word, no spaces. And now we're going to click the filter button. Names with errors, names without errors, table names. We can look at several different things. We're going to click on defined names. In the housing expenses table no longer displays, click the filter button and clear the filter so we can see everything again, and we're going to close the name manager. Last slide here, 21, we're going to click A20 on the formula. Oh, I see what we're going to do, sorry. We're going to go to formulas, we're going to go to define names, and we're going to use in formula and paste names. Click the paste list, and this spits out everything so we can see exactly what we are using. So if we use it in a formula, it knows which cells it is referencing. So we are going to save it, and that's as far as I'm going with this video. So this was slides 1 through 21.